The dust of this conflict has not yet settled. It hangs suspended in the golden heat of morning. The air smells heavily of iron and raw earth. The flies are already buzzing around the fallen zebu. A vital livelihood lies broken in the red dust. The carcass of the cow remains where it fell. The gathered men are not grieving, they are planning. Retaliation is the ancient, bloody law of this land. I am Dr. Elena Thorne, tracking the River Pride. I have followed this lion lineage for 15 years. The matriarch, Nariku, is currently in serious trouble.
If we do not act, she dies tonight!
The tension here is a heavy physical weight. The community's anger is entirely justified and quite dangerous. We are standing at the epicenter of a war. Lions do not understand our complex financial boundaries. They only understand the path of least resistance. The acacia thorn fence of this Boma is old. It was brittle enough to breach with one shoulder. This was not malice. It was desperation and opportunity. To save the lion, we must secure the cow. Nariku is a calculated and experienced master hunter. She identified the structural weakness in the perimeter wall. She exploited the gap to feed her sub-adult cubs. But biology does not appease an angry pastoralist. We cannot ask these men to absorb the cost. Conservation fails when it asks the poor to pay. We must offer a concrete solution, not just pleas. We must build a barrier that truly separates worlds.
We are building a fortress to enforce a truce.
We are running against the fading afternoon light. The pride will return to this kill tonight. They will expect another easy breach of the wall. If they return, the spears will be waiting. We have brought a team to reinforce the perimeter. We call this the Boma solution, a rapid intervention. As you can see, the synthetic fibers of this canvas are designed to withstand significant force. Even if the installation must be finished before the sun sets. This is a race between engineering and instinct. The silence breaks with the strike of heavy hammers. We unroll heavy, recycled plastic canvas across the dust. The roll weighs nearly 100 kilograms of plastic. It requires 4 men to drag it into position. This acts as a visual shield for the cattle. Standard acacia fences allow lions to see inside. Seeing the prey panic triggers the chase instinct. Predatory aggression is fueled by the sight of chaos. If the lion cannot see, the hunt often stalls. We are engineering a disruption in the predator's logic. I secure the chain link mesh to the steel posts. My hands are already blistered from the hot metal. The Maasai warriors have put down their iron spears. They step forward to shoulder the heavy wooden beams. This moment is critical for the success of conservation. They are choosing active prevention over passive revenge today. This is the transformation of conflict into difficult collaboration. Trust is built with sweat, not just as. Five kilometers south, the purple shadows begin to stir. Nariku stretches her stiff limbs in the cooling sand. The heat of the day is finally bleeding away. She grooms the dark fur of her young cubs. Her memory of this location is sharp and precise. Lions possess highly detailed cognitive maps of their territory. She remembers the weak fence and the easy meal. She is calculating the energy return on tonight's hunt. She is not evil. She is simply efficient. A low, guttural lion contact call echoes distantly. The sun dips below the horizon like a coin. The sky turns a bruised shade of violet and orange.
We are racing to secure the final gate latch.
The cattle are being herded back into the circle. The dust from their hooves chokes the twilight air. Their anxiety is palpable as they smell the darkness. They know the predator is waking up right now. The diurnal retire, and the nocturnal rulers emerge. The click of a heavy padlock sealing the gate. Darkness falls over the Boma like a heavy curtain.
We retreat to the vehicles to wait and watch. I check the thermal imaging monocular in my hand.
The screen renders the world in grayscale and heat. The waiting is the hardest part of field biology. Every rustle of grass sounds like an approaching threat. The Maasai elders sit by the fire, spears ready. They are skeptical that a piece of plastic works. Tonight is the ultimate test of modern coexistence. Silence. Then, the distinct crunch of dry grass footsteps. Heat signatures bloom on the thermal screen edge. Three distinct shapes move fluidly through the tall grass. Nariku is in the lead, flanked by sub-adults.
She is moving with purpose toward the Boma wall. She stops 10 meters from the new perimeter.
This is not the obstacle she encountered last night. She approaches the canvas and sniffs the plastic surface. The visual barrier prevents her from locking onto prey. The stimulus for the attack has been removed. She paces the perimeter, searching for a gap. I hold my breath, watching the thermal image intently. She rises on her hind legs to push. Her claws scratch against the high-tensile chain-link mesh. The fence flexes, but it does not break. Inside, the cattle remain calm and silent and still. They cannot see the lion, so they don't panic. Without the stampede, Nariku loses her predatory advantage.
The feedback loop of panic and attack is broken.
We have successfully blinded the instinct to kill. The warriors stand up, gripping their iron spears. They hear the lioness breathing just meters away outside. The urge to rush out and kill is strong.
A signal to the elder to hold his ground.
Nariku drops back down to all four paws. She circles the Boma one final, frustrated time. There is no weakness in this fortress tonight. She realizes the energy cost is now too high. Efficiency dictates that she must move on. She turns her head toward the open lanes. She gives a soft contact call to her cubs. The pride turns away from the livestock enclosure. They fade back into the darkness of the bush. The living wall has held the line tonight. No spear was thrown, and no cow was taken. The tension inside the Boma instantly evaporates into relief. Technology has brokered a peace between man and beast.
Tonight, both the rancher and the lion sleep.
The sun rises over a silent, peaceful battlefield. The morning light reveals the truth of the night. We walk the perimeter of the reinforced Boma wall. Deep scratches on the plastic tell the story clearly. Nariku tested our defenses, and the wall won. The cattle are released to graze in total safety. They show no signs of stress or nightly panic. The elder, Olekip, touches the scratched plastic canvas. He looks at the tracks of the predator outside. He looks back at his living, breathing livestock inside. His relief is the true metric of our success. He sees a future where his wealth survives. The sound of cattle bells, cheerful and rhythmic. This is not just about smart fencing material. It is about changing the brutal economics of conservation. When lions cost money, they are viewed as enemies. When lions cost nothing, they can exist as neighbors. We have removed the conflict from the equation. This simple intervention breaks the cycle of bloody retaliation. Nariku is alive to hunt wild prey today. She is tracking zebra on the plains right now. She remains the undisputed queen of this valley ecosystem. We have bought her time to raise her dynasty. Coexistence is often painted as a fairy tale. But here, it is engineering, sweat, and mutual respect. We did not change the lion's natural instinct. We changed the environment to guide that instinct elsewhere. The River Pride is safe for another season. But the pressure on this ecosystem is constantly growing. As human settlements expand, these borders become more critical. Every Boma fortified is a peace treaty signed in steel.
Peace is not given. It is built, post by post.
Success is possible. Healthy lands, thriving herds, and protected predators. This is the future of Kenya. This Boma is just one point on the map. There are hundreds of unprotected families in this valley. Each brittle fence is a tragedy waiting to happen. The Living Wall project relies entirely on external support. We have the technology to save these lions. We only lack the resources to deploy the solution. You can directly stop the retaliation before it begins.
Help us build the next fortress for peace.
Check the link in the description to join the mission.